Hey there guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today is a meal prep with me video. I'm going to be sharing a mushroom soup recipe that I absolutely love, as well as a granola recipe. So I am just cutting up some white onion here. I actually like to cook with white onion the most out of anything. I just like the flavor. So I'm putting my cut onion into the Instant Pot. You don't need to use an Instant Pot here. I'm just using it for convenience. Adding like some butter to cook the onions with, and then getting my mushrooms ready. I'm pretty sure I did 2 packs here. I like a lot of mushroom in my mushroom soup. So right now, as my Instant Pot is on the saute feature, I'm just letting the butter melt and the onions cook. They're gonna get nice and brown. While that's doing its thing, I'm getting the mixture ready to make the soup a little bit thicker. So I'm using flour here, and I'm pretty sure I'm using like 6 tablespoons just because I'm doing a double batch of this. It actually might be more than that. Why does it look like I'm adding so many tablespoons of flour? Then you're gonna add some chicken broth, and I'm just adding a little bit so I can mix it, because if you don't mix it beforehand it will be clumpy. So I am using my immersion blender here just to get everything nice and smooth. Be careful with this, you don't want everything to just splash back at you, so use it on a low setting. Then I'm adding in the mushrooms here, and I just add them all in. I don't cut them up because I'll take care of that later. So let that cook for a little bit. So now I'm going to get my granola ready here. I'm using 3 cups of oatmeal. You can make bigger batches if you like. I'm scooping up some coconut oil, and you're gonna want to melt this. Then taking chocolate orgain protein powder. It's a vegan brand. I just really enjoy the taste of it, and John likes it too. Did 2 scoops of that, some vanilla extract, some cinnamon, and then adding in a little bit of salt just to kind of get the sweetness out. Some almond butter, you can really add as much as you want, or peanut butter. And then that melted coconut oil, mix it all together really well. You want to make sure each kind of oat is completely coated with the mixture. Then just putting it all on a pan. I am going to just flatten it out so it kind of cooks more evenly. And then we're gonna put it in the oven. I'm pretty sure I do this like on 350 or 375. I let it cook there for like 10 minutes at a time. Now checking back on our mushrooms, this is what it technically should look like. We're adding that mixture that we made with the flour and chicken broth, and adding the leftover chicken broth into the Instant Pot. Again, you're not using this as an Instant Pot, so you can totally use a regular pot here. I'm kind of using this as a slow cooker. It's just easy to clean up for me, so that's why I chose to do it this way. Now I am scrubbing down those veggies. Wanna just get them all nice and clean. You never know what's really kind of sprayed on them unless you're buying organic, but you can't trust that either nowadays. So just wash and rinse clean. I'm pretty sure my 10 minutes was up here, so just checking on the granola. Gonna want to mix it a little bit and then put it right back into the oven for another 10 minutes. Now for carrots, I'm just getting them rinsed out here. I like baby carrots because obviously they're already, done for you. I like to rinse them out first, and then a little trick is to add water and let them sit in water. They will actually last a lot longer and be crispy. So now I'm just cutting up those veggies that we washed. I always like to skin my cucumber. I just don't like the skin. You could totally keep it on, that's totally up to you. But I cut them into little cubes and I add this to my salads throughout the week. And then we're gonna be doing the same thing to peppers, all the colors. We're gonna start off with red. You can keep them longer if you like to dip it into like ranch dressing, or if you just like to add into salads or cook with it. I do recommend dicing them into little cubes. Take some time, but they last a really long time, so you know, for like a good 5 days you can cook your eggs and everything with it. So I take the time to cut my veggies. It makes life so much easier. So now we have beautiful, colorful veggies, and we use this throughout the week, and I do it every time. I had some frozen oatmeal in the freezer, so I let it unfreeze, and I'm just getting them ready in these microwavable containers. Blue is John's and green is mine, but I put the same amount in them anyways. I was just separating how much goes in each. So now just checking up on that soup, give it a nice stir, and then we're gonna add some half and half. This just makes it creamy, you know, cream of mushroom soup. So give it a good stir as well. And I'm using my immersion blender just to get the mushroom a little bit more cut up. I don't do it like super intense, I just do it so the mushroom pieces are a tiny bit smaller. Then I'm just transferring it into a mason jar, and whatever's really left over I'll probably put into the freezer, but I fill up one big mason jar for the week. So the granola seems to be ready pretty much. It should look a little more brown and deeper in color when it is done. For my spinach, I like to use this container. Every time I add spinach or any type of salad from the plastic container, I do take out the dead stuff. It just keeps your spinach lasting longer. After the granola has cooled down a bit, I'm putting it into these little containers, and then I add it with some Greek yogurt. I love these containers, they're just easy to go, but John loves to eat his granola like that. Then we're gonna wash our fruit as well. I'm adding some white vinegar into water and putting the berries into each. I let them sit there for a little bit so it cleans them, and then we are going to drain them and then rinse them one more time just to make sure they are nice and clean. So I start off with splitting these into containers into 4, so it lasts for 2 days. You don't want to cut up berries and keep them in a container like for too long. They will go bad. So I kind of do this every 2 days, especially because the strawberries are cut up. And I love using this egg slicer. It's literally an egg slicer, and I love cutting my avocado with it and everything. It gives you the perfect slices of strawberries. So it's totally worth doing and saves you some time as well. So just, you know, evening out how much I'm putting into the containers, and these are our toppings for our oatmeal. So that's pretty much it for the meal prep for this week. This is what my fridge ends up looking like. So organized, and it makes me so happy, but it just makes life so much easier to have food ready to grab and to cook with. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.